On the inside, I took the biggest exhale. Because I don't know if he know. Well, I later find out once we pull up to the airport. This man thought, or when I got home, or I don't know, but he found out later that he thought the flight was at 5:45 and we had plenty of time. What's up? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, guys. Welcome, girls, and every human in between. This is the Bear With Me podcast. I am your host, Girl Whit. We're back in H-Town. Why did I say it like that? Okay. We're back in Houston. Yeah. Feels good to be back. Chicago was fun. Oh my gosh, y'all. I listened to the episode. It sounds so good. Thank you. Microphone, you did what needed to be done. The fact that it was that many episodes and I not realized that that was the issue, my goodness. But we're back, we're here, and I'm so happy. Y'all, if I could just bring y'all into my world just a little bit more. I wanted to record this episode last night because I was just like, I don't really got nothing to do. Let's knock it out. If we don't record 2 episodes, we can record 1. But then I sat on this couch and I just started vibing and just chilling. And I was just really, really at peace. And then today, I got I had an experience that kind of rubbed me the wrong way and put me in a negative space. And I was really, really bothered. Of course, I'm going to share, just not right now. I was just in a really negative space and I got so upset. I was like, I don't know if I'm going to record today. Because honestly, like, I have to be in creative flow. Like, I get some of my best, I think the experience for me as a podcaster and you all as a listener comes when I'm in my best self or creative flow. Like, as I was getting ready, I was like, just having to look like I went to work. But then again, I wouldn't do this podcast in my pajamas or no stuff like that. But it's just really to get ready to go sit on the couch to present. It feels like I'm putting on and I'm not a put oner. Because I feel like one of the reasons why I got this podcast or did this podcast is because people really enjoy my snaps. And people are like, you should do a podcast. So I'm like, bet. And so for me to go start doing a podcast, I don't really want to take away what made my snaps really good. Okay. But anyway, so we back in Houston, right? If it's one thing you can guarantee is how I used to say it. If it's one thing you can guarantee, you can guarantee that an airport is going to challenge me, okay? 'Twas the night before my return to Houston. Excuse me. The air pressure the air quality, as well as the humidity, it likes to fight me. And when I went to Chicago, I had like maybe 2 days. I thought I was like that a little bit, but I mellowed out. I did it just now. And then when I came back to Houston, oh my gosh, I was worse coming back. I'm like, we're back in our natural state. At this point, I've been here 12 years, almost as long as I grew up and lived in Chicago. Minus a couple years, but whatever. Anyway, so where was you going with this? My God. It's the night before I'm coming back to Houston, right? Packing my bag. And I'm putting everything together. I got a tech bag with all of my supplies. I got my clothes. I got all the things I acquired while in Chicago. And so I'm like, all right. So I'm looking for my external hard drive. I'm whispering because I'm not even whispering. I'm just talking softer just for a story build. And I got nervous that it wasn't picking up. But if it's one thing this mic gonna do, is mic. So just trust it, Whit. Okay. So I'm packing, right? Laptop, cords, camera. I bought some more little trinkets for when I do my photography. Pause. This episode is brought to you by Create With Me Productions, LLC. Create With Me Productions is your one-stop shop for all things photography, content creation, videography, editing, and brand development. Click the link in the bio for more details and potential services. We have openings in May and June and July. You want us. Okay. So I am packing up and I can't find my external hard drive. I'm looking here. I was in this room. I had some belongings. I'm in this room. I had some belongings. Okay. Can't find it. My laptop last used was on the kitchen table and they moved it in the bedroom because we was doing stuff in the kitchen. All right, bet, cool. Ain't in the room. I say the last time I know I used my external hard drive, I was doing some work. It was Friday morning because it was connected. And what helps me is that I do take so many pictures and I like capture so much stuff, because if it wasn't for me knowing when I took that picture, I wouldn't have remembered when I actually last had it. But I could have sworn I showed my granny the pictures and I used the external hard drive. Whatever, can't remember. So I'm just looking and I'm looking and I'm looking and I'm looking. Can't find it. It's 12 o'clock a.m. It's 1 o'clock a.m. It's 2 o'clock a.m. I had a flight from Chicago back to Houston. The flight left at 5:10. Me and my daddy had already talked about what time we was gonna leave. I said we was gonna leave the house at 3:50. So we searched the whole basement. We pulled out all of the recliners, everything. I done woke up my little sister 2-3 times. Like, I'm checking places that I knew the hard drive never made it to, but I'm just like super concerned. Like, where's this hard drive? Then it dawns on me the amount of projects that are on the hard drive. I started a slight panic. Just in the insides, just like, oh my God, this project, oh my God, that, oh my God, this, oh my God, that. I wanted to do this and I couldn't do that, and I wanted to do it, and I wanted more practice with this, and so, and this is over there, and I was like, we gotta relax, we're gonna find it. And then people started asking me, well, like, did you take it with you to the prom shooting? I was like, no, and I was like, if I did take it with me, it was never a need for me to take it out. Like, all I did at the end of the prom was put the pictures on a hard drive and do what I need to do. So like, I don't know. I don't really know. So I'm just like, no. Like, woke up my bonus mom. She now look. I said, you got work in the morning. Let it go. I said, go back and lay down. We not finna do this. I'm looking for this hard drive, and now I'm nervous. And I started to just stay awake and keep looking for it. But only people awake is me and my daddy. So I'm like, the majority of the house sleep. I'm going to just go ahead and lay down. Plus, I could use a nap. So I set my alarm. It was like 3 o'clock when I lay down. I set my alarm. What time I set my alarm for? 3:40, 3:45, 3:40. Yeah, I set it for 3:40. Told my daddy, I was like, we going to leave at 3:45. Got up, brushed my teeth. I come downstairs. He was like, oh, you ready to go? Yes, I told you 3:45. He like, all right, let me get ready. Cause this man just been sitting at his laptop, playing with music, watching TV, whatever he been doing. And so now he going to brush his teeth, everything like that. All right, bet. We get in the car, it's 3:52. All right. We going down 115th. Y'all, we meet a train. It's 3:50. Oh, goodness. What time was it? It's 3:55. Yeah, it's 3:55. I think 3:54, 3:55, something like that. We stopped. I'm like, okay. Now, let's just pause. If the plane take off at 5:10, they close the doors at 5. Boarding start at 4:40. Let's take a secondary pause because what do you mean? Because, okay, I don't know. I think I said in one of the episodes, fun fact, please don't make this fall. Okay. I said in one episode that I learned that doors close 10 minutes before departure. So technically, boarding should start 30 minutes before that, not 20 minutes. Because if the plane take off at 5:10, but you close the doors at 5, why are we starting boarding at 4:40 and not 4:30? Because the doors is closed at 5. But anyway, y'all meet me in the comments and let me know if y'all like that math. Is that Whit's math? Is that just my math or is that real math? Anyway, so it's 3:55. I'm looking at the clock. I'm looking at the train. I'm looking at the clock. I'm looking at the train. I'm just like, I'm kind of looking at my daddy like, okay. I say, how long, in my head, I say, how long are we going to sit at this train before we decide to go another way? I said, if this train don't be done by 4, I'm going to make an executive decision. So I say 3:58 is when the train, I say, bless. On the inside, I took the biggest exhale. Because I don't know if he know. Well, I later find out once we pull up to the airport. This man thought, or when I got home, or I don't know, but he found out later that he thought the flight was at 5:45 and we had plenty of time. I said, no, it was at 5:10. He was like, what? I didn't know. All right. So, what time is it? It's 3:58. That train done. All right, cool. We driving. Did we get caught by a lot of lights? Not really. Did I want him to punch it? Yes, for sure. Did he? No, but whatever. So it's 4:12. We pull up. When we pulled up to arrivals, y'all, there were a whole lot of cars. I knew from a lot of the cars, I said, it's thick in there. I say, okay. Okay. I go inside. I look at the southwest section and I gasp. Here come my dog. Okay, come here. Come here. We're okay. Mommy's telling a story, so come here. All right. We're okay. Just go sit down somewhere. Good boy. Good boy. So I gasped, like all the air. I'm like, oh my gosh. So I go print off my luggage and all the lines to check your bag full. I say, I can't do nothing but wait in line because this is far beyond a carry-on. All right, so then they start saying, if you've tagged your bag, come over here. If you've tagged your bag. I went over there so quick, I bet, boom, boom, boom. So as I'm getting ready to zigzag, I look ahead of the zigzag. It's a mama, a son, and 6 bags. I said, no, thank you. I opened up the little, what you call them little straps? Them little lane. Y'all, oh gosh, I feel like I don't know vocabulary no more. I hope y'all know what I'm talking about. But the little ropes. Ooh, Jesus, you struggle for a secondary word called ropes? All right. I moved that rope. Now I'm trying to put it back. It's not going. I say, I ain't got no type of time because at this point, I can already imagine that it's 4:20. So I'm like, hiya. And at this point, if the lines to check a bag, that means the lines to TSA bit. So I don't even put the rope back. Cool. I get up there, throw it up there. 56 pounds. She was like, I'm going to have you step over here. You're going to have to make some adjustments. I'm like, oh my God. Because my backpack that I had was already borderline maxed out. Because one of the things that I had traveled in my carry-on, I had put in my suitcase, which added to the weight. That glass jar of Jarnier added to the weight. Yeah, so this is crazy. This is airline math or luggage math right here. I took out 2 pairs of shorts and a bag of chips, and somehow, no. I had 2 bags of chips. I can't even remember all of what I did, but I added something to the luggage and I took out something. Sound like it should still be 56, right? And it wasn't. Thank you very much. We definitely got it down to 50.5. She said, okay, cool. And I headed right on to TSA. So I'm walking towards TSA. Oh no, I'm going down the escalators. Oh yeah, sorry guys. It's yeah. So I go down the escalators, and the main, like the TSA that leads to all the concourses, they have us a line snaking to like pretty much the start. I say, you have your clear free trial. Yay! So I'm headed down to the clear section. And so I'm at the little kiosk and I'm finna enter my stuff. Baby girl said, do you have clear? That's why I'm in front of this kiosk. Why are you? Don't ask me no stupid question when I got a lot on the line right now. Girl? All right. I said yes. So then she was like, what? She asked me some of my information, sees that I'm clear. She was like, okay, you can head down to the gentleman. I said, okay, cool. So I go down there, start entering all of my stuff. Bet. Cool. They take me and like 4 more other people down to start cutting the lines. So we walk all the way down to one of the TSA lines. Now, ladies and gentlemen, here is where you need to pay close attention. When you decide if you want clear plus, TSA pre-check, global entry, or any of whatever, okay? Listen to me real good. So it is very visible at Midway Airport in Chicago, Illinois, no S, that they say they do the facial recognition, and then you give them your ID, facial recognition, and let me know. I need y'all to all, not let me know. I need y'all all to know that you can opt out of that. They say that they do this facial recognition and then they clear the database every night or every whatever, but you can opt out of it. So it took me one time, and then talking to another friend that liked to travel, I was like, well, if it's optional, why are we doing it in the first place? Where is this picture going even temporarily? No, you don't need it. You have the ID. All right, bet. I also need to do a sidebar about real ID. Don't panic about a real ID. A real ID is not something extra or special that you need to get. It's May 7th now, so, I mean, it's not May 7th. It's after May 7th. So I hope y'all already got y'all real IDs, but it look like your regular ID, but it's got a little star in the corner at the top. Already been had a real ID. Shout out to Texas. I don't know when and how I got it, but I did. Cool. So he walk us to where he finna start letting us skip the line. So the way that you skip the line with clear, the person who's been waiting in the TSA line, one go, then a clear person go, one go, then a clear person go, to kind of help that line stay moving too. So one lady go, she take her picture, she go. Then the guy who been waiting, he goes, and then I get ready to go. And so I tell the clear representative, I said, I'm opting out of the picture. He said, okay. So then I walk up, and I don't even get in front of the camera. I just say I'm opting out and tell baby girl, and I give her my picture. She said, you can't opt out with clear. What? Buddy say, he get on his little mic, he say, can you opt out with clear? He waiting. Shorty looking was like, okay, whatever. And then she was like, I let you go, but you can't opt out with clear. Again, somebody's gonna have to sell me on clear. because it's not clear where the benefit is. You not finna sit up here and tell me. So then after I done went through, she done let me go. He then tells her, no, you can go. Y'all better figure it out for the rest of these people who want to opt out, and y'all over here talking about they can't opt out. Because you finna tell me if I would have stayed in this line for 30 plus minutes and I would have chose to opt out, I could have opted out. But now that I'm with an accelerated line, you finna sit up here, a benefit, you finna sit up here and tell me that I can't opt out because I'm choosing Clear, because I chose to have a subscription with Clear? Make it make sense. Because right now, it's making me mad, okay? Don't do that. Don't do that at all. All right. So I go, she let me go, bet. Put my stuff on a conveyor belt. It's now becoming a line. Well, waiting. Then I put all my stuff up there. Y'all, when I tell y'all I can't wait to get my pre-check, bet, by the end of this week, I'm going to reinstate my pre-check. And if you don't know what pre-check is, let me just put you on game. Here it is. I be giving a lot of promo, and I need to just sit down and just start letting people know, hey, your girl Whit, she has a lot of tidbits, and she could definitely help you be some sort of ambassador or something and really help grow you, because I be just really out here just giving out free. I need for me. Anyway, pre-check. You don't got to take your shoes off. Most cases, you don't got to take laptops and toiletries out. And you also get to skip the line. Clear, you just skip the line and go with the rest of the commoners and take your shoes off and take out your laptop and take it. Like, don't want to do it. So I go put all my stuff up there. The line to go through the 3-second hands up is getting long. The baby girl said, you, and then from you to the next 4, you all come around this way, don't walk through until I tell you to. I heard her say this. The 3 people ahead of me, to the person that was going to kick it off, they not listening. Girl, let's go. Because it's, I forgot the timestamp once I went through everything. I want to say it was 4:33. I think it was 4:33. Yeah. By the time I went through everything, it was 4:33. So yeah, I walked. I didn't even have time to stop at the restroom. I just had to go straight to my gate because I took a picture. It was 4:48. By the time I got to my gate, it was 4:48. And she had called B group. I was B19, I think. Yeah. And I just walked on that plane, and then I got an end seat, which is an aisle seat, which is okay, because I knew by the time I got on the plane, it wasn't going to be a whole lot of windows, and it's either window or aisle. Middle seat is a no-go. It's just a no-go. Now, let me tell y'all why I think and what I realized after consulting a couple of friends and really just reflecting on my travel. Oh, mind you, this whole time I'm going through all this and I still ain't got no external hard drive. Like, you're talking about anxiety on anxiety on anxiety. Because it does not make sense to me that a Monday morning 5 a.m. flight the airport would be as thick as it was. You guys want to know why it was so thick? You can thank Queen Bee. She was in Chicago that weekend, and a lot of people from out of town came to see her. Whit, how you know they was from out of town? Because I saw all the cowboy hats in the airport when I was waiting or trying to rearrange my luggage and all the different things. And the traffic all weekend was just outrageous. So Beyonce brought a lot of traffic to Chicago. Further confirmed by a friend, because the tour is so limited, she's not going to so many cities. It's LA, Chicago, New Jersey, overseas, Vegas, and Atlanta. And I think there's maybe one other place I'm missing. But yeah, if you didn't travel to those cities, Houston, I forget Houston. If you didn't travel to those cities or were already living there, you would miss it. So yeah, a lot of people came to Chicago to see Beyonce. And so they were all, and she had a show Sunday night. So people was leaving Monday morning. On top of people just regularly traveling because it's graduation season. And I was just like, wow, okay, I have to do better. I have 2 more flights coming up this summer. Technically 4, because you know you got to get there and come back, get there, come back. We shall see how I do. I would like for anybody in the comments to give me some sort of tips. I know, but just meet me in the comments and let me know your thoughts on this one, because I know first off, I don't like being at the airport 2 hours in advance. I'll just be very honest. So if you're gonna suggest to me to be there 2 hours, be there 2 hours in advance, I'm just gonna like the comment, thanks, because what I'm doing. At one point, I was drinking, and that was okay. I could get to the airport, have me a little cocktail, and enjoy myself like that. I don't drink no more. So what we doing? I'm finna just sit up and listen to crying kids or kids running around or people no. I'm at the airport to get on a plane. That's why I'm at the airport. And I want to get up. I treat a plane like a car. Once I get to the car, I'm ready to get in and take off. Once I get to the airport, I'm ready to get on and take off. I just can't, guys. I'm sorry, not sorry. So we knocked out that whole flight. I had 40 minutes worth of sleep on top of all the anxiety of where's my external hard drive. So I come home, had some big bakery meal consumption, and oh my gosh, guys, I unpacked that. No, I feel like that's a win. I might have been playing with the time and the departure and all of that, whatever, but Shorty came home and unpacked her bag immediately. Yes, ma'am. Did just like a lot of little house things and everything like that or whatever. And I text my sister because I'm still in my head thinking through where this hard drive could be. And so I text her, I was like, hey, when you get up, can you check? I told her to check somewhere. She was like, yeah, I'll check the back room again. So she ended up FaceTiming me. And I had mixed feelings about the FaceTime. And she get on FaceTime. She was like, hey, I found it. And I was like, oh my God, where was it? Where was it? And she was like, you know the thing in the front? And it's like, it's kind of like a trunk. Yeah, it's kind of like a trunk, but it don't got the buckle and all of that or whatever. But it had fell behind that. I said, I know. I remember. It's all coming back to me now. Because at one point, when I was about to start early packing, I had brought all of my stuff in the front room and put it down. And I heard it fall. And I remember because I was like, fuck. Okay? And I was like, I get it in a second. Finished doing what I was doing, never got it in a second. And then left the front room. So totally disconnected that it fell back there. And so I was like, oh my God, I love you so much. Thank you so much. And she was like, I'll make sure you get it before I leave. I'll make sure. I was like, thank you so much. Thank you so much. She was like, oh, because I also left my AirPods. Now let me tell you why I left my AirPods or how I left my AirPods. So I'm packing up. I'm like, I need my AirPods to be fully charged for the flight because I want something to soothe me. Because my ears popping before or after? I can't remember, but I was like, I know what I want to listen to when I fall back to sleep when I get on this plane. So I charged them and just never got them because they was charging on the little recliner. It got a little cup holder and it's got all of these fancy features on it. And I had plugged it into one of the USB outlets on the cup holder and left it. And so my external hard drive and my AirPods are currently on their way back to Houston. So yeah. And my daddy loved to make a joke about me leaving something because historically I have left something on every visit. There was like a 2-3 year stretch that every visit I came home, I would leave something. Food, clothes. And I feel like that cycle is starting back because I left a pair of pants the last time. This time I left AirPods and a hard drive. So I just, no matter how early I try to start packing, no matter how much I try to keep stuff together, I just leave stuff. Cause I be at home. I'm at home. So like what? But yeah, guys, it just doesn't stop with me. It just does not stop. There's always something. Yeah. I live for an adrenaline rush. I might be an adrenaline junkie, but I don't be planning this stuff, y'all. I promise I don't be planning it. I would love, like, even when I went to Chicago, things were steady, but I did get a little nervous because when I was like, pick me up at 4 a.m., then they text me and was like, you wanted like 4 a.m. sharp? Yeah. But thankfully, it was nothing to worry about here in Houston, 4 a.m. on a Thursday. So we didn't have no problems. No problems getting there, checking in, all that, whatever. But yeah, I just really live it on the edge. What I don't play around with is international travel and cruises. I don't play around with those. I don't know why I play around with domestic flights. I don't know. But yeah. Yeah. That's all I have. I just scared the dog. That's all I have. I did not tell y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. I was supposed to tell y'all that from the very beginning. So I went to my old campus a couple days ago, and kids watch my podcast. But I'm learning that they don't watch faithfully. But when I was there, they was like, I watch your podcast. And I was like, great. And then it was like, I watched your Pop the Balloon. I was like, you guys are children. So let me just speak to y'all directly. If you're still watching my podcast, stop, okay? I appreciate the views, but no thank you. Because this is for adults, and eventually I'm gonna talk about adult things that you can't connect with, okay? So find somebody else to watch. There are plenty other podcasts in this world, in this country, in this city for you to watch. I'm great. It's awesome that it's like, oh, I know her and yeah. No, find some business, okay? Because one little girl, she was like, I watch your podcast. And I was like, thanks. And then she was like, so what you doing next? I said, if you watch my podcast, you know what I'm doing next. She was like, I watched the African wedding one. Okay. But literally after the one that went viral amongst the district, it's an episode called So What's Next? And the My African Wedding was after that one. So it seemed like you probably picking and choosing based off of title. Cool, that's your business. But don't ask me, because see, you got D&G kicking in, okay? Don't ask me no questions you know the answer to. Don't do that. Don't do that at all, honey bunny. Because if you really want to support, then yeah, but no. So I'm hoping that I don't want to say craze, but my virality amongst the students will just kind of die off, because I don't need y'all watching. No. Like, comment, subscribe. Please like. I'm learning that likes count also in my algorithm. So please like it. I'm also, if I can be transparent, I might understand why people don't like, because I watch a lot of, there are some podcasts that I listen to And then there's some podcasts that I will watch on YouTube. And I notice I'll watch it and not like it. It's hard to explain. Those who probably feel this way, meet me in the comments, okay? But to my consistent viewers and the people who reached out to me like, hey, where you at, where you at, where you been? I really appreciate you. I do. So I hope y'all keep liking. Yeah, keep liking and share and retweet. I'm not even on Twitter. And repost and follow me on all socials. Yeah. As always, wishing you love, light, and laughter. Until next time.